Yes, the middle of summer should be heaven in Spain, but not this year. Locals are being terrorised by migrant gangs with reports of random acts of violence towards innocent local members of the community. The chaos started when an elderly local...
Damn! What did Grandpa do? Oh my gosh! Shit! Okay, I'm not laughing that he's got hurt. I was just laughing like at the situation. Cause why gotta beat them like why gotta beat Grandpa like this? There's no way Grandpa was beefing like this. Yeah, he's definitely not supporting Black Lives Matter anymore. He's done. Oh my, that's crazy though. What? What would they? Like I said, I've met most old people and they just be on some chill shit.
Spanish
They don't
man
even
was
want no
brutally
problems. They
beaten
just
out of
be
nowhere
doing
in
them.
Torre Pachato by a North African gang. This show of thuggery sparked
Nah,
outrage in the community, leading to
that
a weekend
gang.
of
Oh
wild
my
clashes between
goodness.
locals and migrant groups.
Oh Lord. Shit, that's crazy. You know what? I was talking to this one person and I was telling them how it is a bad idea to just be letting people cross over and get into another country just for them to have a better life. They're like, "Oh no, I'll take them." I get it. It's sweet, but I remember telling them where are these people gonna sleep? Where are they gonna eat? Where they're gonna work? It's just gonna bring the crime rate up. I'm not saying all of them, but they're gonna be on survival mode. Because think about this: the government, when they keep coming, the numbers increase of these people. The government will have a hard time taking care of all these people because the government is trying to help all these people, and when they can't, when they can't help these people are gonna go into survival mode. I can't eat. I need work. I need money. I'm doing bad as a man. You can't get women. What happens next? And the locals, like I said, um the locals are gonna feel not at home, you know. It's gonna give them that feeling that they are not at home, they're taking our jobs, they're taking all this, they want to feel home. When they start feeling like that, it's gonna create a civil war. And this is what happened. I predicted this like a few like years ago or months. I literally said it's gonna create this chaos because, and the funny part is that the people who are coming from this part, um, their people will never allow something like this. Like the Europeans coming to their land, they'll be like, no, 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 no. Last time you did this shit, you tried to rob us, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. So they're not gonna allow it. There's no way in the world that they're gonna cross and go to Africa and blah blah blah. And I'm not criticizing them. I'm not saying they're bad. None of that. But you gotta realize these people want to also feel at home. They're coming in big numbers. If you this shit like this already happened in East Africa. If you look at country, there was this. I think it was Chinese people. They moved in a African country. They started building, and then I think the locals started feeling. I think they opened businesses, and the business was doing better than the locals, and the locals fighted them actually, and they made sure they went. They're like, no, no, you're taking our business, all this stuff. Whether the Europeans do it, then they'll be called racist. So it's like a double standards. But I feel like this energy that they're using to go find a better life, because Africa won't be used if they didn't have value. So these are not the enemy. The enemy are your presidents and all this stuff. I don't want to get too political, but your people should be coming first, and they should be learning from these other European countries. There's no corruption. They're putting their people first. So this energy that you're willing to risk your life to get a better life because you get here, and the people in that new country are putting their people first, and you are made to like go into survival mode, and you're willing to die to get there to get a better life. If you're willing to die to get a better life, be willing to fight to get a better life in your country. Fight for it. Why do I need to go to another country to get a better life when we have money, when we have gold, when we have oil, when you have rich products? Why is that possible? Why is that happening? they need to stand up and they need to fight for themselves, really, because they're gonna come in numbers, and the locals will be, oh, shit, I don't feel at home anymore, and some of these people will try to turn the new home into their old home because it's not their home. Do you understand? And it's gonna create chaos. These other people will be like, "Oh, this is my home. What are you doing?" You'll be like, "Oh, I was born here, but I wanna install the new features." This is what happening actually, if you think about it. And it's just gonna create a civil war. People be like, "Oh, y'all gotta get out. This is our home. You're here in new numbers. I wanna feel home. This and that. Blah blah blah." So what this is actually leading is leading to the new wars. These people coming saying, "Oh, we just wanna help them." Blah blah blah. It's gonna create this. People are not seeing this, and yeah, you can see it's happening because I don't think these people are bad people. I just think they are in survival mode. If you are hungry, no place to eat, no money, what would you do? You see?
This Spanish commentator was outraged
That's
by
crazy.
the scene, saying, "This is happening in Murcia, Spain. Hundreds of armed migrants are attacking Spaniards just for being Spaniards. How are they not
Oh
deported by
no,
now?" And it didn't stop there.
that's crazy. Oh my god, that's somebody. What the fuck? Yo, you know what I try? I try my best to represent my people and how they look at me. I always try to leave a good impression, even though from another country, living in another country, but I in that country I'm there, like how do I say it? Like I'm a citizen there. I try my best to still, like, I'm a citizen there, but I still try my best to, like, yo, you still, I guess, still here, you still somehow a guest, and you should like try your best to leave good impressions of all this stuff, even though I live like a regular person, blah blah blah, but still you gotta remember, hey, you know. So this is what happens, you know. You don't just come somewhere and then act like it's home. You know, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Maybe this one person seeing you for the first time and the last time, and he's gonna have this impression about your brothers. So you just imagine this, the person that was coming from your country that maybe was gonna get killed, and they were seeking asylum, like protection. They can't get it now because you came, you beat up
This
innocent people.
commentator
Now
is
they can get
blasting
it.
the media
You
for their
see?
lack of coverage on the issue, saying, "Chaos in Spain. Reports of gangs of foreigners have been attacking people on the streets. Spanish people have gathered on the streets to stop the attacks. Why isn't this on the news?" The clashes also have a religious undertone, with many blaming the Muslim background of the immigrants for the chaos. This commentator shared footage of a religious march in the streets of Barcelona.
What the hell?
He said, "Military-aged
That's
Muslim men
crazy.
take over streets in Spain to show the citizens they are taking control. It is intimidation designed to silence dissent." But these locals had enough and began chanting in defense.
What I don't understand is that even if you go to Africa and they have Muslims and Christians, they're living all together. You know, I mean, even though religious is something impactful, like really, like people will die for that shit, you know. So I don't understand why people can't just correlate and just live among without trying. You know, there's a one religious that are trying to always be on top of the other, and that's something I can learn from them. You know what I mean? Do your worships, do all your stuff, but don't try to make people to take them into your religion. If that's what you worship, if that's all about you, do it then. It's okay. But don't try to make it like we're taking over our religion, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. Like, what are you doing? And that's another war that can come up. You know, that's what's happening. These people had no business doing this shit on the street. Okay, I do not understand. Like, you know, I don't understand. They can do it. They can. That's not what I'm saying that they can do and all this stuff. They can celebrate it. You know what I mean? Maybe they're showing appreciation and stuff. But don't force it into other people. If you look at the modern age and stuff, how can I say it? If you was, this is a new era, okay? When you try to install like, oh, if it was happening in the 90s, the 80s, 70s, 60s, people won't have a problem because they're used to it. Now you're introducing something new. Like you came and then you start maybe worshiping like in the middle of the streets or somewhere, like people will be like, huh? What's going on? And these are new people. I've seen a lot of people try to blame the war, or they invaded us, they take our stuff, blah blah blah. And the new people, I had the time to sit down and talk to some people, and they were like, yo, I was born like 15 years ago, 20 years ago. What do I have to do with what my forefathers did, taking our land? I didn't do it. If you were judging, who knows, maybe your great great grandfather was a murderer. Maybe he didn't pay their taxes. Then you should go to jail. That's what they were saying. They were like, don't put shit on me. I have nothing to do with it. If he took it, did I come and take it? I didn't do it. I have nothing to do. Don't put that shit blame on me. He said, what I'm doing to make a change about what happened in the past, I'm not doing it, so I change myself. That's what they're saying. I change myself. I don't do that shit no more. I try my best to protect you people in case that shit happens, and we're trying our best, but that shit has nothing to do with that. Like, really, they were saying that.
Christianity,
So
saying
that's
Spain
crazy.
is Christian, not Muslim.
Yeah, that's another civil war that's gonna happen. But I don't, like I said, why do you have to like, like, that's really funny as fuck. Why will you come and try to install your religions to other people, like force them? Like, you can come and worship and do your business, and this is just a disrespect to them, and you're gonna send them to war with you guys. And there are innocent people from your religion that have nothing to do with this. They're gonna be targeted just because of your mistake. Why you gotta force them? They let you come in, they let you worship, they let you do everything. They didn't like close mosque or something, or you can worship. But why are you marching on the street trying to like take over? I don't know.
And
What the
again on the
fuck? That's
streets
a
with
bad
larger
example.
protest groups gathering to reclaim their country.
You see, the country gave you a chance to eat. They give you a chance to eat and of your people, and then yeah, some of you are fucking up. Now look, immigration, and yeah, will call them racist if they were like, oh no no no, we can't tolerate all this bullshit because they're gonna put their people first. And it's sad, sometimes people forget to treasure what they have until it's gone. You're taking it for granted. I think it's just until the world be like, oh, that's how you feel? Okay, say less.
And all of this chaos is leading some commentators and locals alike to question the need for so much migration.
So you now have ethnic conflict within Spain because of immigration. Immigrants came in, attacked an old man for no reason. Spaniards retaliated, and now the migrants are ganging up to attack Spaniards. And this is supposed to be good for the country. House prices increase, quality of life goes down, wages stay low, social capital goes down, there's ethnic conflict, trust in community goes down, community involvement goes down. But yeah, immigration.
Police clashed with pro-Spain protesters outside a migrant centre in Madrid after angry demonstrators took to the area following accusations of a Malian man raping a Spanish woman.
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
This commentator applauded the rebellion, saying it's about time. Push back before it's too late.
Yeah, man, I won't blame them if they start being harsher and all this stuff. Like I said, there are people who needed to get a better life and all this stuff, but yeah, fucked it up for them. I don't know why you need to like say you need to take over your religion, blah, blah, and all this bullshit. Like, just do your stuff. You know, it's sad. I'm sorry, but damn, that's fucking crazy. What do y'all think about this situation, man? Like, I feel like there are some good people and all this stuff, but people need to behave. People need to start behaving. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they need to start checking how this person did at school, the teachers' reviews, the school reviews. How is they in terms of behaving? So when they come, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, we talked. They said you're good. You can come," so that they can integrate. Because apparently, hey, this is just wild. You know what I mean? Tell me what you think about the situation. So yeah.